What's up, traders? This is Matt with Conservative Trades. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Happy Friday to you guys. It is a happy Friday for me indeed, ending the day up $234.36. This was actually a good week by and large. Only 4 trading days in the week. Memorial Day was Monday. Markets were closed. Came in, had 2 really good days back to back, Tuesday and Thursday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday had a small loss yesterday. Ended the day down $48, but then today came back, definitely recovered those losses and then some. So we're doing really well. The only thing I'm a little disturbed about is I killed my consecutive green day winning streak. I had gone 10 consecutive days in profit, and so that ended yesterday, and which means today starts the next streak. So this is day one, and I'm going to try to beat that. I'm going for 11 days now. I'm gonna beat my goal. And some of us in the live stream, some of the other traders that come in, we're kind of starting up a little game here out of this. So we'll see how that plays out. But just to get started on going over some of these trades today, first and foremost, ZS. Zscaler, this stock has been relentlessly bought up all day long. There was a little bit of news that hit on it. I don't recall all the fundamentals, but it had something to do with people working from home, and just obviously it's a company that supports that. But the one thing that I noticed about ZS this morning, and I talked about it in pre-market, and again I'll tell all you guys who are new to the channel, you can always go back. We post the live streams on the channel every day once they're done. So you can go back and you can check out what I was talking about just to verify that what I'm saying here is true. But in pre-market, we were talking about it, and we were looking at the daily chart here. And first of all, we were looking at setting all-time highs. So I already knew that it was going to be a little difficult to short into a stock that has no previous area of resistance. That's kind of a rule of mine, and I kind of try to stay away from it. It's a hard lesson that I've had to learn from the past, doing this many times over. But I am typically willing to short into it if the signals, as long as the signals are there. And what we were talking about in pre-market is, if you look here, this buy-up candle on the daily is the biggest that it has ever had in the history of this stock. So it was making a historical move here. That's one. Two, we were looking at, ever since this stock plummeted with, everything happening over the coronavirus and the stock market crashing and everything, if you think about it, the retracement on this is phenomenal. And I just figured that there would be investors waking up this morning seeing how, just back in March, this stock was only worth $35 a share. Here it is up over $90 a share. And I just figured there would be a lot of profit taken. And as a matter of fact, there was. And this is kind of what messed me up a little bit, because right here in pre-market, again, you can go and you can see, go back and check out the live stream. You'll hear me talking about it in pre-market. It was right around 920, 925. And I was saying, man, I feel like I want to go ahead and just take 50 shares short to this, just in case there's a lot of profit taking at the initial opening bell. And, right here before 9:30, it dumped. I mean, this easily would have been a $100 to $150 move out of the gates, or before the bell even rang. So anyway, I was a little upset that I missed that, and but nonetheless, it started to come back up, but it looked like it was weak. So I tried going short multiple times. As a matter of fact, let me pull up my executions here so you can see. And there's a cluster here, but basically you see where I tried to go short. I actually took a little bit of profit here, went short multiple times, ended up having to get stopped out multiple times here. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I stuck to my rules. Again, as we were talking about in yesterday's videos, this is why it's so important to stick to your rules. Because imagine had I not gotten out here, look how far back this stock got bought up. And it's just been on a relentless trail to the upside all day long. So I'm really glad that I got out. And because I got out, I even found it, kind of topping out a little over here. It was way overextended VWAP. And again, I don't typically short into stocks that have no previous area of resistance, but I was not looking for a long-term move at this point. All I was looking for was a nice little pullback, at least back to the 20-day moving average. But we never got it. It would just relentlessly continue to push. So what did I do? I got out. I stuck to my rules and I got out. Same thing here. I noticed that it was having a hard time breaking back above these levels. I thought, man, maybe we could get a little bit of a move back to these previous levels of support here, but we didn't. So I got out. So I just kind of got beat up multiple times on ZS throughout the day today. But for me, it was kind of worth taking a shot. We ended down $89 on ZS. So No big deal. We made up for that. Well, then more made up for it on multiple other stocks. But one thing that I want to note here is this is what happens when you follow your rules. $89 is not a big deal. When you've taken multiple trades, I was able to be wrong multiple times on ZS because I stuck to my rules, and I still ended the day up over $200 in profit because I had the other stocks that I was trading as well and following my rules on. So we'll take a real quick look at. Well, we'll start with SNOA. SNOA, you can see here, I attempted it. Now the thing is I am not a short, or first of all, I am not a low float stock trader. Okay, I don't typically get involved with the low floats. I do from time to time, and I have a little bit of experience with them. Okay, and I am familiar with how they move, and they can move very quickly, and they can be very volatile. So with that being said, I was already kind of nervous coming into it out the gates. And it had a really bad pullback here. I put out some shares and I got out half my shares here. And then I put out the rest just a little bit above break even. But man, I wish I had held on to it because it made a tremendous move after that. I think it even got halted at one point. Let me pull out the 1 minute chart here. Yeah, it even got halted here. And then a massive buy up to here. I mean, so I tell you what, I wish I had held on to it, but at the same time, again, I'm not typically long biased, number one, and I don't trade the low floaters too much. But again, it's one of those things where you have to take into consideration. I was wrong on it, but I only lost $6 on that trade, so not a bad deal at all. UAL. United Airlines, this was really just a pullback trade. Again, I noticed the SPY was making a little bit of a pullback, so I got short here, took some profit here. I was really looking for a breakdown through VWAP and just couldn't get it, so I took more profit here and got out there. Small win, $22, no big deal. But ADAP was a good trade on the day. There's really not too much I can do to go through this trade. It's made some tremendous moves, and it got a breakout above these levels, but couldn't hold it. I almost took a short here because I thought to myself, man, it's struggling. It's not like it just powerhouse through it. Like, it's really struggling. It's really struggling here, and so I thought to myself, man, I should just take some shares short here. So now, as you can see, obviously, I was still holding some of my shares from here. I took some shares here, and I got out some of them here, and I rode through this pullback, and I won. I really did. I thought, man, you should add right here, but I just didn't. So I guess it doesn't matter. You're only the man if you actually put skin in the game, right? So but it did come down, and I ended up taking the rest of my profits here on this. And so with ADAP, there were several times I was wrong today, and this is just like I said, this is a big cluster. There's no way I'm going to really be able to break this down and make sense of it to you guys, but ADAP was just, it ended up being a great stock to trade today. And I know a lot of people made a lot of money off of it, both to the long side and the short side. And we're ending the day up over $103 on ADAP. AMD was the other one. Really great trade here. I called the top. And the reason why I saw this as a top is, number one, the SPY was starting to show a little bit of weakness, but you can see that this is an area that was respected here. It touched down here. It touched down here again. And then it came up and formed resistance here. And so it looked like this was a good point to at least start adding shares. And that's exactly what I did. I started adding here. I went ahead and got out here just because I'll pull this out a little bit. I was noticing some things on level 2 and time and sales. It just didn't look strong. And I'm glad I got out because you can see the bulls pushed it all the way back up. But then I noticed weakness again, and it just, and the SPY was weak, and it just looked like this was not going to continue to get bought up. And I thought, well, this is a really good profit loss ratio here because I can get in here, and if I need to, I can just get out at the break of this candle here. So anyway, I got in, and what did I do? I let my winners run all the way down here and all the way down here. I added in back here, but then had to get out here before my break-even point. But then I noticed again weakness, so I went short again, and I got out here. Same thing, went short, got out again here, and got out here and here. Just really letting those winners run, really staying committed to letting those winners run. And guys, again, I can't stress it. Like, this is what trading is about. It's about cutting those losers quickly, just like I did on ZS. ZS would have been a horrible loss if I was still holding on to that. And there's no way I'd be down $300 on the day. Okay, so And same thing with SNOA, especially if you're not confident on a stock, just don't wait around to see what happens. The great thing about trading stocks is, if you take a little bit of a loss and you see another opportunity an opportunity of a place where you could potentially get in and let a good long winter run, you can easily make that money back. Easily, as proven and demonstrated today. So NVIDIA is the last trade that I'll cover. And really, I just took advantage of some scalping trades here. SPY, if you look at the SPY right here, SPY all of a sudden got this massive buy up, right? This massive buy up right here at roughly around 3 o'clock. Okay, and you can see it's 350 right now, almost going on 350 right now. And the day is going to be ending here within the next 10 minutes or so. But I just saw this as an opportunity, whenever stocks pull back, and especially here, on the daily chart, when you can see that it's starting to meet previous day levels, there's going to be a little bit of a resistance, at least enough to get into, just some little scalping trades. Again, people kind of give me a hard time sometimes for shorting into strength like this, but more than most of the times it works out for me. Why? It's not because I think that this stock is all of a sudden going to tank. It's because I'm just looking for quick in and out moves, And I took a short here, got out, took a short here, got out, took a short here, averaged in up here, and then got out back down here. And we did really well with it. NVIDIA is continuing to get bought up. SPY is kind of pumping a little bit, but I don't know, guys. I really don't know if this is, as a matter of fact, I might take advantage of this. Let's see, where are we at here? I know we've got some levels over here. We do have some levels. I mean, this is another great example where you could just get in just for a quick scalp. Let's see, it would pull back maybe to 23. See if we can capture a live trade here. Let's give this 1 second. We got a lot of buy volume coming in. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to take the money and run. And so I hope you guys, once again, had a great week. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And to those of you who enter the live stream on the regular, looking forward to trading again with you guys next week. For those of you who are new to the channel, consider subscribing. And we do trade live right here on the channel, Monday through Friday, beginning roughly around 9 a.m. We'd love for you to join us. Guys, have a great weekend. Take care.